Hey guys, Johnny V here, soon to be the most hated man in America for telling it like it is. Welcome to the youfa channel. I skipped last week, sorry about that guys, I got hung up. So this week we have a lot to talk about. Things I'd really probably rather not talk about. We had 2 mass shootings in this country in the last 2 weeks or so. One was because of the color of people's skin. It's sickening, man. The other one, I don't even know what the supposed reason for that is. If you're that angry and that upset that maybe you think the whole world hates you, they don't. But you do something like this, we will. I don't know if that matters any. I was more sad than angry about this whole thing. Both of them. The bottom line is, they killed people because they felt like it. It's evil. It's pure evil. These people do this shit because it suits their own personal agenda and it makes them feel empowered. You know, there's this general consensus in the world today that you should do whatever you feel is right for you. And God forbid you disagree with that. Well, you know, you need to see things from other people's perspective. Things aren't always black and white. There's always a gray area. I'll be in a discussion or a debate with someone and I'll state an absolute fact and they'll say, well, that's a fact to you. It may not be a fact to someone else. You have to look at it from a different perspective. Somebody else might not feel the same way, and it doesn't make them wrong. CAT does not spell dog, even if I look at it from any other perspective. Kenosha, Wisconsin is not the capital of New Jersey, no matter how much you feel it is. 2 plus 2 does not equal 147, even if you really wanted to. Right and wrong is not subjective. It is factual and definitive. Deliberately killing people because of how you think or what you feel or vice versa is wrong. Now everybody's pointing fingers because they want somebody to blame. Of course, there are factors and influences, but the only people who should be blamed are the people who carry out these acts. These awful things are an unfortunate byproduct of living in a free society where anybody can do an awful thing to anyone at any time. Of course, people are making it political and they want to blame lawmakers, they want to blame politicians, they want to blame anybody they can. They make these foolish comments like one of them was Republicans are enabling white supremacy. There was another one that this is what happens when you hail Kyle Rittenhouse as a hero and lift him up as a hero and you make Colin Kaepernick a villain. Oh, I'll talk about that another time, okay? Colin Kaepernick was not labeled a villain. He just had some issues with the NFL. And Kyle Rittenhouse was chastised for not murdering anyone. And if there were a few more Kyle Rittenhouses in this country, we wouldn't be going through half this shit, I bet. Everybody wants to make this shit political and point fingers at politicians. One of the headlines said, Ted Cruz can't even answer a simple question about the mass shootings in America. Well, who the hell can? Who can? Who knows what's going through these people's heads? We don't have crystal balls. Most of you don't have any kind of balls. Everybody's saying, we need to do something. Well, a couple weeks ago, information leaked about the possibility of the United States government doing something. I'll talk about that later. But I was thinking about, what if I was there? What would I have done? And who knows? I might have been not in a position to do anything. I might have been so scared, paralyzed with fear. I'd like to believe, and I do believe, I would have done whatever I could to help any of those people. The people in Buffalo or the people in Texas, the children. And I'm sure that if I made the attempt, or better yet, I succeeded in preventing even one little 3-foot-tall child from being murdered in a school, you would all hail me a hero. But you're all full of shit. Because if I, this same good, decent human being, tried to prevent a 3-inch tall child from being murdered in a womb, you would deem me a narrow-minded, oppressive, right-wing male chauvinist who's against women's health. That's pretty fucked up. No, it's different. No, it's not. Shut the fuck up. So the we need to do something thing I was talking about, a couple weeks ago, information leaked that the Supreme Court was considering turning over Bitch versus Wade. And you all protested. Because they want to try to get Americans to respect life. Respect life. There was an interview the other night on the news where this CNN anchor skank actually used the same analogy I just did, but did it in reverse to suit her own agenda. And of course, she began with interrupting this Republican from Texas, as people on that side always do, basically attacked this Texas Republican and compared the Texas laws on the woman's A word issue. I don't use the word because use of the word is step one in the propaganda that it's okay. And she compared it to the shooting and how she said, why do you protect embryos but not living, breathing 10-year-olds? Again, as usual, two things. She interrupted him, which that side always does when this topic comes up. And then she backhandedly implied that babies in bellies are not living things when in fact they are. Heartbeats, I think 18 days, fingerprints 9 weeks. But the article pissed me off so much because here you are saying this shit while you go out there and carry signs down Broad Street that say things like, keep your rosaries off my ovaries. Or you bring up the topic at dinner when somebody like me is trying to say, I'd really rather not talk about that. And you ram the conversation down my throat. And I have to talk about bloody babies while I'm eating dinner. Or you say things like, and here's another quote from the people on your side, the kid will never know what hit him. Yeah. You want that procedure available to you because it suits your own agenda? And you march down Broad Street with a sign to keep it legal because it makes you feel empowered? They're the same fucking reasons that those cocksuckers pulled the trigger. Don't you fucking dare shed a tear. It's fake and it's phony. And if you're on that side in this issue, every single hug you give a child is a lie. You're a liar. Am I being too hard on you people? No. Fuck you. You have the fucking balls to point fingers about this shooting nobody could stop while you're out there protesting for the right to kill babies this big because you fucking feel like it? Fuck you. Yeah, maybe this will be the one that gets me thrown off YouTube. Who gives a shit? Somebody needs to say it. And I'm not here to chastise some poor, scared 15-year-old girl who has to make a decision under duress. I'll talk a lot more about this topic another time. I really, truly am saddened by these events. It's sickening. It should never happen. My heart goes out to the families. But to all you assholes who are just stirring the pot and exploiting these stories and pointing fingers at the wrong people when you should be judging yourselves, fuck you. Johnny V here, soon to be the most hated man in America for telling it like it is. Go fuck yourself and have a great day.